The race cars behind me, they're not being driven by race car drivers. They're being driven by gamers. Sorry, sim racers. My apologies if I just offended the entire sim racing community. It's not a game, it's a simulation. I'm here at Sebring International Raceway for Racing Prodigy's P3 Championship, where some of the biggest teams in sim racing and esports, like BS Plus Competition, Williams Racing, Guild, they're all here with rosters of sim racers competing in real race cars for a shot at the Racing Prodigy Championship. But I've got to get back to doing my real job and filming this practice, so let's hit the intro and I'll see you guys on the other side.
If you're new here, my name is Mark and I have the immense privilege of traveling the world filming car racing. Over the past 6 years, I've been all around the globe covering some of the world's most premier motorsport events. This YouTube channel is all about sharing that experience with you and showing you the behind the scenes of life as a motorsport videographer. If you love motorsport, filmmaking, or both, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
So like most things in motorsports, especially sports car racing, this is a simple championship in concept, but there are a lot of different nuances. But all that you need to know to watch this video is that there's a bunch of different esports teams, Williams, BS Plus Competition, Guild, TC, Sucker Punch. They had a draft and selected the sim racers that they wanted to compete in this championship. It's 5 rounds. At the end of it, someone is eventually named the champion. Teams can actually drop a driver and pick up a driver off the practice squad during the season, depending how individual drivers do. And that's basically the gist of it. But this video is all about my role here at the Racing Prodigy Championship. Now, an event like this is not normally something I do. Usually I'm shooting professional racing like IMSA or WEC, and right now I would be enjoying my off season. But through some of the contacts I have with my different clients, I was asked to come out here and cover this race for BS Plus Competition. I should actually remove the sunglasses so you can see the zebra, or the zebra, depending where you're from. BS Plus Competition is one of the top sim racing teams. They're very active on social media, and they asked me if I would come out and make some social media content for them. So here I am. It's going to be a very busy couple of days with jam-packed schedules with so many short practice sessions and qualifying and races. It's like sun up to sundown for the next 2 days. But I'm in Sebring. I love shooting this racetrack. It's one of my favorite tracks that I've ever been to, one of the best ones to film race cars at. So I'm very excited to be here. I'm going to go get set up, and let's take you through what it's like to cover the Racing Prodigy P3 Championship.
I just seem to bring you down so low that I can't change it, fake it. God knows I get so hard to love, and I can't change it, fake it.
Can I take your rental and go trackside?
Yeah,
Yeah, just give me the keys.
another guy took it, so it should be on the left, rather left.
Over there? Sure. Right here. I'm just getting ready to head out to shoot the first practice, and one of the biggest challenges here of this Racing Prodigy event is how short all the sessions are. Practice this morning is only 25 minutes long, and it's about a 2.5 to 2 minute and 40-second lap. So basically, they might come by me 8 times in that 25 minutes. So I need to be absolutely on the ball and get as many great shots as I can. But luckily, I'm a professional. I'm super good at my job, so it shouldn't be an issue. But no, I'm pretty stressed out about it. Have to get great shots every single time that they come by. So I'm gonna head now to turn 17. I'm gonna start off here at Sebring with one of the basically the most iconic shots at Sebring, which is drivers getting absolutely rattled as they go over some massive bumps in the final turn. All right, so I was just talking about the challenges of the short sessions, and we had a red flag. So that's going to shorten the session even further. I had them come by 3 times, and I got some pretty good stuff at 120 frames per second, some slow motion, which you're seeing on the screen right now. I'm pretty happy with that. Turn 17 is great to show kind of the bumps here and just how wild and wacky this front stretch area here is at Sebring. This is actually the original pavement, the original concrete blocks. This has never been repaved, and Sebring used to be a Army Air Force bomber base, or for training bomber pilots near the end of the Second World War. So they got turned into a racetrack after that. Pretty remarkable if you look up the history. Actually, it's pretty cool. But it looks like we're going to get rolling here again. The cars are rolling out of the pit lanes. They'll be here in a couple minutes. So I'm going to get back to it, grab the camera, and hopefully at least get a few more laps before the end of this session. So just jump back to my desk here to dump some footage, cut up some clips from that session. The next practice actually starts in about 45 minutes. I also managed to pick up a actual proper filming vest, like a media vest, so we can actually go on the rest of the track. Because I tried to go to turn 2 and they stopped me and they're like, you need a media vest. So we've got that all sorted now, ready to go. But as much as the shooting is stressful because the sessions are so short, the actual deliverables are pretty cool. The team manager or team principal is just like, just make cool stuff, do whatever you want. So as a creative, like that's an incredible brief to get. It's can also be kind of nerve-wracking though, because you're like kind of second-guessing yourself, but you don't have any directions. You just kind of do whatever you want, and they're happy with it. So it's actually pretty great. But yeah, we're gonna just finish up here and then head back out for the next practice. I'm actually gonna see if I can put a camera on one of the cars. I've got the Osmo Action, my older Osmo Action, the 4. And see if I can put that on one of the cars with a roll bar mount. So hopefully next time I see you, I'll be putting a camera on a car. Also, Sam's here. Oh, no, now wave. There he is. Hi, Sam. Well, there we go. It's just mounted with a standard roll bar mount, and then it actually is in 24 frames a second with 1/50 on the shutter with an ND filter on the front to give it like realistic motion blur. Because I find with an automatic shutter, you lose like a lot of the motion blur and it doesn't look as cool. So we'll see how this goes. Just need to check with Garrett to make sure it's not going to be in his way. Garrett, this isn't going to be in your way. You good? Okay, perfect. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, always check with the driver, make sure it's not going to be in their field of view or mess them up while they're driving. So, but he's super chill, so it works out really well. So I'm going to head trackside now and get this 25-minute practice session. Hopefully, get a lot of laps and get some good content. How you doing? Second red flag of the day, first one in this second practice session, and you know what, it's to be expected. These are drivers with not a lot of experience driving real cars. Some of the drivers in the field, like Garrett's got experience driving late models and stuff. Some people have done some karting and things like that, but a lot of the drivers have really only done sim racing, gaming, esports, whatever you want to call it. So this is all very new to them. So you're going to see people, you know, go off in the grass and things, or spin out, install the car, and need to be recovered. It's all part of it. So it does make my job as a content creator a little bit harder, but hey, I'm up for the challenge, like I said earlier. So yeah, I hope these glasses aren't too much. I'm looking at myself in the reflection. They do match my outfit, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm stylish enough to swing this, but just hanging out down here in turn 3 and 4 at Sebring. It's one of my favorite spots to film. I love this racetrack. This is one of my favorite racetracks to shoot, but it looks so different when there's nobody here. It just looks absolutely abandoned, and it's just like a parking lot, basically, but still better than Paul Ricard. But yeah, it's been cool so far. Got a lot of good stuff there up in the turn 7 tower, but once we get going again, well, hopefully we get going again, get a few more laps, I'll catch up with you guys back in the paddock. Well, time's flying by. We're got about 2 hours of editing in there. Had lunch. It was an amazing lunch, so thank you to the catering staff. Normally racetrack food is not great, so I was very impressed with that. And yeah, I'm gonna just finish wrapping up a few things here, and the next practice is in about 25 minutes. I have a third practice today and then also qualifying later on. It's a really long day. The drivers got here at like 6:30 this morning, and they go right till 5:30 tonight, basically till the sun goes down. So busy schedule with 2 days of the track rented, so we'll be back here again tomorrow. The camera I put on Garrett's car actually ended up looking really cool, so I was super impressed. I put a filter on to try and keep that shutter speed natural, 1/50, and it's not as stable as setting it, you know, with auto shutter. You definitely noticed the shakes, but it looked really cool. I've actually turned up the stabilization on this because I had it actually set 1 below the max. So I'm gonna put it back on and see what it does. But I'd like to mount it somewhere else, like on the splitter or something, but I don't think they're gonna let me do that. It'd be cool if they would, but I'm not sure they will. So I'm gonna go get ready for this next practice and I'll see you guys soon. Pretty busy practice session there before. Again, super quick, like 20 minutes, but got what we could over outside of turn 10 and into like turn 11, 12 type area. Got a few laps, nothing crazy, but now we're off to qualifying. I'm just gonna go to the pit lane. Qualifying here in Racing Prodigy is just one driver from each team does it. So Garrett Lowe's doing it for BS Plus. So I'm just gonna go hang out in the pit lane, grab a few shots of the guys watching, nothing too crazy. It's not really any point in going trackside for just one car. So that's the final session of today. There'll be some editing and hopefully go for a nice dinner to one of the fine eateries here in Sebring, Florida. There's like 3 to choose from. Just getting video, Robbie playing games on his phone. All right, not a bad qualifying. Garrett Lowe qualified second for BS Plus, so we're in good spirits. And now we're just gonna head for dinner. Actually, didn't do much editing after that. We're gonna edit at the house after, so we decided just to go straight over to the hotel for an early dinner. They have a catering set up for us here in 7 Hotel. It's actually a hotel in turn 7. That's why it's called 7. And you can actually stay in the hotel and have a view of the racetrack. It costs a fortune during the 12 hours of Sebring, but it is possible. So I'm gonna go have something to eat, and I'll see you guys back at the house. Welcome back to our wonderful rental house here in Lake Placid, Florida. Just 20 minutes down the road from the track, and it's absolutely amazing. 5-bedroom house. It's huge, like just unreal. Every room has its own shower, which is pretty amazing. And speaking of showers, I really only brought you back here to the house so we could do the shower review. So let's head into my room here. Lovely king-size bed. This is my shower. Look at this. To my European friends, this is called a door on the shower. So you can close the shower so water doesn't get on the floor. If this was a hotel in France, the door would not be here and the floor would be covered in water because for some reason, I guess it's too expensive to install a door on a shower in that country. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. Water pressure is unreal. It's nice. The floor is actually not slippery. It kind of looks tiley, but it's pretty good. I don't have much to say. It's pretty amazing. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 shower. 10 out of 10 is too generous. We'll go 9 out of 10. But yeah, that's the shower here. So Mervin Video shower score is a solid 9 out of 10. We'll see you all in the morning. Well, welcome back to a beautiful, sunny Sebring International Raceway. We were actually up before the sun this morning. It's a very early call time, but we're here at the track, got set up, did a little bit of work, and now the cars are out on the racetrack warming up for the second and final day here. It's a race day. Each team is going to have a couple races today, so the cars are just getting warmed up. And speaking of warming up, it is very cold in Sebring right now, but I'm still wearing shorts because it's my blood. I'm Canadian. I have to be tough, and I have to be that guy that's like, I'm not cold, I'm Canadian. It's pretty insufferable. But anyway, cars are warming up. It's cold temperatures on track, so that's something the drivers are going to have to deal with today. But I'm looking forward to today. A couple races, pretty easy day for us, honestly. Not a lot going on outside of those 2 races. Plenty of time in between to edit. So it's a great day to be a content creator and out here making videos. So lots of time, no stress. I'm digging this event. It's been a lot of fun. So let's get to day 2.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
I can imagine it's not the most exciting stuff for you to film, but like being in the hotel in the evening and scrolling for videos, it's like so surreal. It's Sebring.
It's cool, right?
It is. Yeah. You guys are.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Like that's good.
Like I'm sending all the pictures, videos to my family.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we're down to turn 1 for the start of the first race. And turn 1 looks very different than it normally does when I'm here for like the 12-hour, when there's like a tower here and 47 million photographers. There's like 4 of us down here, so it's pretty nice. Got an entire photo window to myself, which is amazing. So I get a beautiful start shot right down the front stretch here. The start shot is Sebring special. It's really cool. Lots of bumps in turn 1. Looks really just looks awesome. So we're going to do a couple pans here. I'll probably go down to the end of one, shoot the exit down that way, but nothing too crazy. It's just another race here at Sebring. So get some cool shots, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Just the exit of turn one right now, and it's actually colder than I thought it would be. That's why I look like Emperor Palpatine right now. But I love this spot because there's a dirt patch over there where I'm pointing with my pinky like I'm drinking a cup of tea. And when drivers drop a wheel, it looks cool. It looks very cool. Now, I'm not saying that I cheer for drivers to mess up, but I will say that when they mess up, it looks really cool. So if you're a driver, it's okay to mess up sometimes as long as I'm trackside with the camera because it looks cool. And if you post it on social media, you'll get lots of views because people love seeing the dirt go flying.
Yeah, pace was.
We could throw a change or two at it, but the only thing we're really allowed to do that would help you is raise the rear tire pressure. Which I think it's just a far difference.
Actually, Robbie, can I get you to do the update on camera about how the first race went? Okay.
Yeah. So hey everyone, we're at Sebring here, a very cold Sebring. Yeah, we just had our first race, which went well. Garrett had the quickest lap of the race. He ended up finishing P3.
Amazing. Baller. Let's go in the warm. Yeah. So we're back in the makeshift media center here. Just got a bunch of work done. And there's actually a huge gap between the races. It's like 3.5 hours. So I'm actually using that time to book travel for upcoming events. So just booked accommodation for the Long Beach Grand Prix and a bunch of things coming up quick. I try to use my off time as effectively as I can. So booking some travel. I've got a few more cut-ups I need to do, cut up some B-roll and things. I got to cut up all the raw footage and things like that, put it all in Dropbox. So I have to do that. I'm going to have lunch shortly. They're just setting it up behind me. You can probably hear that. And then before you can turn around twice, it'll be time for race 2. How's it going, Robbie?
It's going. It's getting warmer, which is positive. I feel less cold. I'm not shivering anymore.
But you're from the Northeast. This should be...
Originally, not anymore. Snowbird. Yeah, it's good. It's nice. It's all good.
Excellent.
One more race to go.
Heading to the pits now for the final race of our 2-day event here. It's going to be BS Plus competition versus TC. So we're going to get some nice shots of the drivers climbing in the cars here now. It'll be the last time they do that. They should be in about 5 minutes. And then I'm actually not going to go trackside for most of the race. I'm just going to shoot the start, I think, from up top here. There's like a balcony down at the end, so shoot the start from there. Get a lap there, just of them flying by, and then come back and kind of get the crew reaction and stuff, get Robbie and Florian watching, and be down here by the starter stand because they'll let us shoot from the island, so I can get like the checkered flag and everything. So because I have plenty of stuff of cars on the racetrack, so I feel pretty happy with that. So that's the plan for this race. Let's get to it. Get ridiculously close to your eye. There we go. Were you all right if we went to the island?
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
perfect.
be on the other side of the guardrail.
For sure. Appreciate it. All right.
It's a $30 entry fee, though.
Yeah, exactly. Locals only, man. Yeah. So very important and cool development. They're gonna let me shoot the start from the island here in pit lane, which is very rare in racing. Normally, you're only allowed to go to the island after the first lap or even after the first 5 laps for safety reasons. But I'm allowed to shoot it because there's only 8 cars and they're not going super fast. So I'm pretty stoked. There's a nice photo hole right here. You can see the start-finish line. It should be a really cool shot. So that was pretty cool. Even when it's not the fastest race cars in the world, there's just a rush standing on the front stretch for the start of a race. That was awesome. So I'm going to stay here for a couple more laps and then go get some reactions over there on the wall. But I might just stay here. It's really nice and warm in the sun, and it's in the shade over there. So maybe I'll just stay here for the whole race in the sun. I'll have some coaching to do, Robbie.
Could certainly be the cars.
Could certainly be the coach.
It could be.
Not doing a good enough job.
Could be.
Garrett he went off briefly.
I don't know if I can shoot him. The fourth lap or something like that. I don't have any photos of him. I just thought it was weird. Yeah, then he came by again. I was like, oh, he is actually still there.
Yeah. Made it to the end of the race. Hell yeah. Good job, buddy. Well, that's the end of race 2, and didn't go super well for the folks at BS Plus competition. Unfortunately, all 4 TC cars finished ahead of the 4 BS Plus cars, but they still showed some good speed out there, good improvement from everybody. Everyone's still learning these cars. Like I said, these are, sim drivers and drivers that have very little racing experience, just like some karting and stuff, nothing too crazy. So they're all learning how to drive these cars. So great learning experience. That's really what this is about, right? So now we have a bunch of things that happen for the series. There's like a waiver wire thing where you can drop drivers and pick up drivers, and there's like the name the Prodigy of the weekend. I have to go get some editing done, do a few different projects that Florian, the team principal's, asked me to do. So wrap up for today and things like that. And then we will head over to the next thing we do, which I think is the waiver wire. I don't know if you've got from this, but like, I don't really understand how this championship works to the point of like all the nuances involved with like the filming they're doing. But there's race cars, they're going around, they look cool. We have the coolest liveries in the field by far. And yeah, I'm having a blast. It's just been like low key, zero stress, make cool stuff. So I'm having a great time.
Of his events, congratulations to TC's Lawrence Horzing.
You don't wait till they're ready.
Spray that champagne.
Oh, very good, very good. Look at that sunset. Immense. The sunsets here in Sebring are amazing. I know the sunsets everywhere around the world, but here in Sebring, they're just amazing. It's one of the things I love about this racetrack. Like, it's just, we get amazing sunsets like this over turn 17. So another awesome day, pretty low key, but a lot of fun. Actually ended up being a pretty easy day because I couldn't actually get in to film the waiver wire and the transactions and all of that. And BS Plus competition actually did end up releasing a driver and then signing one of the drivers from the practice squad they have here. It's a very interesting setup in this Prodigy Racing League championship. So new driver for the next round at Homestead. We have had a great group. Sad to see Brenna go, but looking forward to working with the new driver and the 3 drivers that we've retained. It's been a lot of fun with those guys. It's great to see how excited Jan was today to just finish the race, because he's had car problems at both rounds. So to just finish a race, in 6th place, he was super happy, and it was just great to see him, developing and just having a great time. And he was so stoked that we were, getting videos and photos of him driving around Sebring, which is just an amazing historic racetrack. So it's been really great working with the crew here. Garrett, Alex, Brenna, everybody's been awesome. So it's been fantastic. So big thanks to Florian for having us out, and big thanks to Robbie Foley for being a great driver coach and humoring me and being in video content and driving me here from Miami. So super good dude. Love Robbie and love the whole gang. It's been a lot of fun. I hope this has been fun for you guys to get a little bit of insight into me working a weird event that's not professional sports car racing. So like, subscribe, all those amazing things. I would plug the hats, but I'm not wearing a Lockdown brand hat. I am wearing a Lockdown brand hoodie, which you can buy at lockdownbrand.com. If you use my code MARK10, you'll get 10% off. There's a link in the description below. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone. And next time you see me, I'll be in Daytona for the 24 Hours of Daytona, the first big race of 2025. Can you believe it's 2025 already? In fact, we're already 1 week into 2025. Time absolutely flies. It's going to be a huge year, folks. So subscribe to the channel to follow all the adventures.